It's the turn of the South to produce the next president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. Just as every other Southern leader had alleged that it was the turn of the South to produce a president in Nigeria, the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, has alleged that he succumbed to the idea of a Southern president in 2023. According to Obasanjo, the South has waited so long for this time to come to have their own in-presidency position after 8 years of the North being in power. He revealed that there was a consensus between the Northern leaders and Southern leaders that the South would retain power in 2023. Obasanjo asserted that he was surprised when the PDP opted for a Northerner as their presidential candidate. Oh, someone is exposing what the plans were. He said, "I am very much aware it is the turn of the South to produce the next president of Nigeria. I was a part of the meeting when the agreement was made between Northern and Southern leaders. I am even surprised PDP gave her ticket to another Northern candidate." Well, obviously, we cannot lie that there's the invisible hand, and then what we see in politics, and those, as Obasanjo has just claimed, they've had meetings, and so if they've planned all this, I mean, it just makes all this just pointless. It's like, okay, fine. They try to make things look genuine, but it has already been manufactured from behind the scenes. So, if anything, what is our business as the people is to make sure there's fairness, equity, just our rights, our respect, and the fact that standard of living has to go up, security issues has to be addressed. That's not our concern. But with the games that they want to play behind the scenes, that is literally up to them, and they can go forward with that. Well, again, I would not say that I'm in a place where I'm like, wow, Obasanjo has said this, total support. He said it. Other Nigerians have said it. He's one of how many people? So it doesn't make the fact that, okay, fine, he's a former president of the country. Yes, but this is Nigeria's time. The youth are coming to take over. So what they think definitely outweighs what this one individual would think, because really he's in power. He's gotten what he needs, right? And so his needs are not the same as those that are seeking and actually want a government. So for him, he can give his opinion whenever he wants. You don't know where he stands. We cannot ascertain what his intentions are or who, because again, I guess by his standards, he's literally like, you know what, we had an agreement. Why are we not going with this agreement? So it is what it is. Let's find out what individuals are saying. First off, if it's the turn of the South, is it the turn of the Southwest? Southwest had a presidential slot for 8 years. I mean, this is in capital letters. Anyways, I was also thinking that as well. There's a difference between Southwest, and Southeast. We need to be specific. We mean it's the Southwest. Southeast, somebody's. It is the time of the Southeast. Because the Southwest have had it. And if we're going to go on the grounds of rotation and the grounds of, equity, fairness, zoning, whatever the phrases are, it should be the turn of the Southeast. PDP will lose. Which South? We all know it is the turn of the Southeast. Again, you see, he is from the Southwest. So when he says South, what does he mean? Again, he is saying something that a lot of people would agree with, but he is not in the same position as you. Your thinking, your needs, your demands are different. So, Baba, now that you are alive, let the South also sit down and talk about rotation of the president whenever we have the opportunity, okay? Baba OBJ, Obasanjo, that's the reason why APC and PDP are the same. It's time we welcome the Southeast to give us the next president of this great nation in the person of Mr. Peter Obi. But then again, if we had another presidential candidate with the money, with the resources, and, was also from the Southeast, different party, then what would you then say? I feel like we're so used to such scarce options that, in this case, if you compare with the options, Peter Obi is the one. But then, what if you have 3 other Peter Obis? And even look at Shower, for example. People would have their arguments, and you, for yourself, you need to pick who you want. But let's say Shoaib had the influence, or Shoaib had he does have the influence, don't get me wrong, but not in the same way that Peter Obi has with a political party and with funding, which is very big. And of course, when it comes to funding, if Peter Obi has the support of Obasanjo, then, they can pull a few strings and he's sorted out, right? But my point is, if there was another Peter Obi, like, from the southeast, another political party, as good credentials, we need to start having things like that, so Nigerians actually have the option and would actually know what they want. Not that with the scarcity of options and desperation, whatever we feel is best at the time, we just take it, because we can be very one-minded and one street. We need to make it a well-rounded decision, because with 2015, why APC was in office was obviously corruption, all that were very much good, but the main energy was just to kick PDP out, and people united on that front, and they did it. I mean, again, if Nigerians set themselves to do something, they would. 2019, more shambolic. I don't think we can justify that, but hey. But now things are going to change. And that is why he's supporting Peter Obi. Well, that is great, but it is what it is. Everybody knows the southeast turn, but some evil people are trying to hijack it from the southeast people. Well, I mean, what can you do? Again, the people are the ones to decide, and it just so happens that as I said, on the subject of scarcity, just saying Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi, like, the best option valid, that is valid, not just because it's from the southeast, is actually Peter Obi, because he's just got it. So it's not a thing where it's like, oh, he's just from the southeast, that's why we're picking him. No, he actually has got credentials, and Nigerians can back up why Peter Obi is their option. So it is what it is. Put what you think about it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.